So she gave the major pitch, which is it connects voters, politicians, and organizations without advertising dollars getting in the way. So how do we do that? Primarily, it's sort of like the OkCupid of politics. Voters, politicians, and organizations take quizzes and get matched up. If a politician chooses not to get involved, and an organization still does, you can still find out, okay, I'm a great match to this organization, and this organization loves or hates these politicians. Right? So we have several sections in it. We have match quizzes. Now, if you have like this, this quiz right here changes every election, which is a 5-minute match. Then you have quizzes on every single topic. So now, the way that the questions are phrased, they encourage people to be depolarized. So right now, one of the biggest problems with that we're facing in democracy is that instead of reaching across the aisle and trying to get things done, what's happening is people are clearly defining, this is my issue, this is my issue, there's nowhere to meet in the middle. And every election becomes a game to have a victory as opposed to a way of selecting people who can get things done. So what we do here then is on every single topic, instead of saying, are you pro-gun, or are you anti-gun, we get into the details of every single thing and present every side of every argument in a logical way. So that what tends to happen is people tend to agree to the questions about 60%. That means that this side agrees 60%, this side agrees 60%, so we have 20% overlap where things can get done. If we identify those things, we can go ahead and move and get those things done. And because it is preparing voters and other users to be depolarized, it prepares them to work with each other. We also have a learn section where organizations that specialize in things can post videos and essays about the topics so that they can teach their ideas in depth without being cut short by media that says, okay, news only has 30 seconds to cover a story. So they don't have that much, they don't have half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to go fully in depth into the subjects. And because of that, problems are dealt with only on a surface issue right now. So if we were to allow organizations to have an in-depth avenue, they could teach us more about the problems. We could find real problems as opposed to tiny little patches. There's a discuss section where you could choose to talk about the topics on the national, people across the nation, in your state, in your county, or in your city. The discussions can be organized by, if you want to filter out, annoying people, you can say, all right, show me the people who I'm following, show me politicians, show me organizations. It is self-regulated, so there is no, we don't go in and censor people. However, users can say, all right, this comment is abusive, and then if they get, 3 strikes, and that comment becomes turned into just a line. So if you want to read that line, you can click on it, open it up, and read it. But otherwise, it becomes not a part of the conversation. For your officials, let's go to federal. Say Susan Wild. Okay, so we have her contact information. We have how much she votes along party lines. We have legislation she's worked on, how she's voted, who pays for her campaigns. We have what committee she's on. You can do a search on her Twitter for keywords. Let's see, politician, see your candidates. That takes a while to boot up, so I'm going to go ahead and go to this thing over here where this is actually this is a fake thing, but simply because we just added this tool so no one has a chance to use it, so these are all fake entries. But as this fake user, Ronald, you can see that he's a 74% match with this organization, and they left a 100% approval rating for this candidate. Now, if you want to, you can see, organize it by, rating. You say who gives them a bad rating. Likewise, you can say, works. So anyway, and then last but not least is the news piece. This is something we'll be changing soon-ish, but the idea is to give people a lot of different options for news. Currently, you can choose your own source, but soon we'll be changing it so that you choose your own source, but also you'll get some random stuff put in there, so you're forced to step out of your bubble every now and again.